Hi, my name is Dr. Renair. I am a relationship wellness coach and a trauma advocate. I help people heal their heart chakra, improve their self-esteem, and build better relationships in their life. I have been working with Renair probably since around 2016. I began in one of the manifestation groups, and then I was blessed to be a captain for the next round. And since then, she has become an intuitive leader in my life. She has become my business coach and one of my greatest inspirations. I look up to Renair a lot, more than I can even articulate right now. What led me to reach out to Renair is, in all honesty, I just only can say God. I cannot remember. I just remember it being a very dark time in my life where I had to show up in a way that people didn't know it was a dark time in my life, but I was able to be transparent and be open, and she just calmed this feeling of vulnerability. She let me know it was okay to be vulnerable, and I had not encountered that without some type of judgment as it related to people that did a similar type of work that I do. You know, you're expected to show up a certain kind of way. And she made me feel comfortable. And I'm grateful for that, because those moments, those times where she allowed me to just began one of the most pivotal decisions I had to make in my journey. And she stood through by me as I continued to make that change and deal with the consequences that came from my decision. The results I've seen in my life, I ended up getting divorced, and although that may sound like a bad thing to some people, it was a necessary thing for me. And even as I dealt with being homeless and a couple other things that came in play from me doing what I needed to do to make an improvement in my life, she was still there, and she was still giving me advice and still checking in and still making sure I was okay. And so from those results now, I have a thriving business. I have graduated with a master's and a doctorate since then, and just so many other things that I didn't think were possible became possible. And considering that I'm not always a glass half full person, she has really helped me understand the depth of manifestation and how our faith process shows up in the things that we desire to see happen, but how to implement behavior, rituals, and follow through that shifts faith existing to another level. My relationship with God has changed in that I feel that I have a better understanding how manifestation applies through a spiritual lens. Oftentimes, as a former minister, oftentimes the conversation of manifestation shows up as hocus pocus, especially in spiritual and religious communities. But being able to tie it in with a stronger spiritual foundation took away the shame of some of the names and some of the ideologies that came along with the community that I was in. In conjunction with that, my relationship with money has absolutely changed since she's been in my life, because I had a very tumultuous history and, at that time, present relationship with money, and she has helped me unpack some trauma related to generational dialogue around money, generational expression around money, and every day is a challenge as we continue to unpack the things that I have been taught and the things that I have learned. But I'm grateful, and I look forward to continuing to take the lessons Renair has taught me and apply them to the present constructs I have in my life around money, I don't know where I would be right now if I had not encountered Renair in my life and the teachings that she has instilled in my journey. For someone who's on the fence about working with Renair, I would really tell them not to allow what you think you know to prevent you from moving forward. I really thought I knew how I felt about money. I knew what my financial situation was at the time, and I still was able to do everything that I needed to do while working with Renair. So I will say, don't let what you think you know prevent you from working with Renair, because it's worth it. It is a priceless experience. It is absolutely worth it.